Good morning, kids. I mean, good morning. I'm sure it's morning somewhere. But oops, this is our evening pick a card, which is dedicated to the use of your imagination. We need more imagination in this world today. Well, it's not like we don't use it, we do. And a lot of our painful experiences, painful memories, anger, frustration, and annoyance can come out when we are dealing with parts of life that are in the past and we're not living them anymore, but somehow we're still living the same drama and we have fears and worries, and it's scary sometimes to march ahead in life and do the adult stuff that we have to do. So, welcome to you guys. And tonight, we're to play with our imagination. We are meeting in this beautiful garden. I recently met a friend who invited me over for the evening to do some readings, just single card readings for her friends. And they haven't arrived yet. And so I asked if it was okay if I brought a group of my friends together. And the garden owner said absolutely, they would be more than welcome here. So as you walk into the garden, you're going to use your imagination and look around and see there's a beverage table off to the right, and up by the sunny part of the garden, you can see that people are gathering there, and it's a very friendly and warm place. And so I am grateful to be doing readings for you tonight, and they're going to be single card readings, and all you have to do is add a comment with a question, and I will be happy to draw a card for you. Now, these readings are completely free of charge. I just work for tips, and I love that. And you'll see that up button, that is the tip jar. Now, for those of you who would like to have cards drawn for you personally, you may know that I do personal readings in the morning with a pick a card that has 3 piles, and there's a different theme every month, and you guys are creating the themes. I love receiving your emails with your questions because then I can form readings with your question in mind and then also draw cards for you personally. You are your own pile 4. So if you're interested in working with me personally, this is the email address that you'll use. So let me get ready here and get my table prepared. And I brought my Archangel cards to this reading, you guys, because I find that the Archangel cards are often the exact right remedy for whatever is troubling you. There's just so many wonderful messages. Also, I'm using the stars that are various gemstones to bring their healing energy into the garden, because the owner of the garden, it knows many people who are readers and healers, and she delights to give people the chance to share their gifts on her property. So, welcome, my friends. So, if you would like an Archangel card drawn, it would be my pleasure to draw one for you. Meanwhile, I'm going to draw one for the collective. All y'all. The collective means all y'all. Welcome, welcome. If you would like to have me draw you an Archangel card, I would love to do it. All you need to do is add a comment and let me know. And otherwise, I'm just going to read for the collective. So this is our first card. I think I'll just set the whole deck here tonight. Oopsie, sorry to make you guys all seasick. Okay, turn it over. All right. So for the collective, Archangels, what is the grand message that you would like to share with us tonight? The first thing I notice is this beautiful bright light that's on the center of the card, which is a real duplication of our theme tonight of being in the garden. See how that sunny opening is just calls you forward? In a way, tonight, that would be the heart of the reading, that you would feel your value and feel you're being called forward to the best chapter of your life so far. So let's pull our first card. Archangels are such beautiful energies, aren't they? And then when you're looking at this card, and we're looking at Archangel Metatron, And all of that deep purple that you're seeing shows that you're a person who really does enjoy the spiritual things. In fact, you're quite spiritually passionate. And you know for sure what you know, don't you? When it comes to spirit, you feel completely sure of yourself. And I congratulate you for that because many people don't have that security. But the reality is that we are not intended as humans to figure out things on our own, and that we have the fabulous spiritual helpers. And so, this being the lead card for our reading tonight, this clearly shows that if we have any kind of um, questions about how true spiritual reality is, or how real it is to do energy work and study about the energy of life. It's so logical. It's sacred geometry is a real thing. And if something does not feel good to you, you just go to a different channel. There are gazillions of channels online, and there are many that will suit your needs beautifully. But for this reading tonight, we are wide open to the wisdom of our beautiful guardian angels. And what's cool is that angels are true in so many world religions. Isn't that the truth? Today, I did get a question from somebody, and I'm going to do a reading about it for our themes that's coming up. But the question is about what we can do when we have a heart to live in a different place. The lady who wrote in really wants to be closer to the ocean, but actually, where she's living, it's a little bit landlocked. And so, with that being said, hang on just for a second. With that being said, what we do, somebody was just messaging me, is what we do is we can, hold on just for a second. Dear. Okay, sorry. I just had to do a little housekeeping. Thank you. Okay, so let's see, what were we going to do? Oh, yeah, we are going to continue to draw the Archangel cards because obviously angels are here to be our guides and helpers. Now, if you'd like me to draw you a card, I'm happy to do it, but I also want to draw cards for the collective. So the very first card tonight is for people who are maybe dissatisfied that you're in your current place that you live, and you're feeling a sense of dissatisfaction that you really do want to live somewhere else. What would you need to be doing to make that happen? What do the angels have to say? And we have Archangel Zadkiel. Now, one of the ways that you can deepen the readings is that you can actually Google Archangel Zadkiel yourself, and you'll get some history on that angel. And I like how that light, how he's holding up the light. And the message is soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. So if you are in a position, my dear I say, viewer, that you wish so much you could live somewhere else, but your life is not allowing it. It's important not to create more drama for yourself than you need. If you are currently in a situation that's not satisfactory, every day, this is what I do. Every day I say to myself, I'm one day closer to my next home. When I was in a job once that was not very satisfactory, every single day on my drive there, I would say, today, I am one day closer to my next position, and I know I will be good today. So for you, that's the advice. Ask the angels to help you with patience. Don't hold hard feelings towards your current home. I would suggest blessing your home, walking around with gratitude. Tell the parts of your home that you actually appreciate them. Walk into your bedroom and speak to your bed. I know it sounds silly, but say to the bed, I am so grateful for you. Say to your clock, thank you for being in my life. As goofy as that sounds, the reality is once you start to really like where you are living, chances are the universe is going to open a door and a move will be there. So, anybody else? If you would like to draw a card, I would deeply enjoy pulling one for you. If you would like to have more than one card led, you can always take a look at the lives. I produce a live every morning, and there are three piles with various cards pulled, and those are topical. So you can feel free to check that out. And so now I'm sitting here looking out the window, and I'm seeing a beautiful field of flowers. And one of the things that people talk to me about is their health and allergies and heat. So I wonder what the angels have for us tonight with the heat advisories that are there. How are we supposed to go through tough things and keep our spirits up? So I'm going to ask the angels to answer that for us. Because you know what, I don't know about you, but did you ever notice that people do kind of like to whine and complain about the weather? And I think that's so funny because the weather's one thing for sure we can't change. So what do we have for us? And it is peace, Archangel Shamuel. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. Okay, so what this shows, Miss T Bikini, welcome. Uh, as I look at this card, and this reminds me of you actually, because of the fact that there's the release of that bird. And anytime when you have a great loss, it is the gentle release, isn't it? Not only of the person, but it's also a gentle release of the future, of what you're missing even today. So, Miss T Bikini, when I see this card, I think it's so timely that you popped in right now. I was using this as a reading for people that are troubled by the weather being so hot. And look at the heat from the sun, there's pores here. But when we take for your situation also, it's right, it's like that, isn't it? It's like you're in a furnace of pain, and the recovery is slow, isn't it? Notice how she's so gently holding the bird. To me, for you, Miss T, what I'm seeing is that you really need to be gentle with yourself. I am a hospice volunteer, and I also worked at the pet cemetery of all things. And I did funerals for pets. And part of that was just the deeply endearing experience of seeing people who can be closer to their pets than they are to people. And the biggest thing that I think that we do to hurt our friends who have had a loss is try to rush them along and try to say, look, you should be doing better now. And there's no you should be doing better now. It's got to be on your own pace, miss. Okay? So be sure to be gentle with yourself. If you're so inclined, grief groups are very good. I went as a client because one of my hospice patients, when they passed away, I wanted to go talk about it. And I went to a grief group, and the people were so warm. So, Miss T, you're not alone. You're not alone. 5 months. Mm-mm-mm. I'm so sorry you're going through this. We're here for you. I mean, a tarot channel can only do so much, but we are a community, and I know right now there's many people listening, and they're probably glad they're not going through this, but we're just can send you all our love and light. Okay, Miss T. Betty, would you like me to pull you a card? I'd be happy to do it. A lot of times, what I'll do if people don't have a question is I just do like an energy selfie and see if the card, what the card might be for you, Betty. So I'm happy to do that. Let me just cut the cards. You're right. You're so welcome, Miss T Bikini. I know that you follow the channel. I've seen your comments on some of the cards that I post. And you guys, I post cards that are just itty bitty 13-second videos for inspiration. And so I would love if you would subscribe and follow and just continue to lift your own spirits. I'm Catherine, and what I'm doing here is I want you to feel your own value. I want you to feel how much you matter to the people that are in your life. This morning's reading was really fun, and I hope you'll just take a peek at it because a lot of times we can be most useful with strangers, with the strangers in our life. And when you're feeling really down, Miss T, you might find it easy to be sweet to the man who makes your coffee and yet have awkwardness trying to talk to people who know you, right? Because the person who makes your coffee is not aware of your pain. They're just a regular person. And as you look eye to eye and have some kind of human contact, it will help your heart. Okay, so this card is for who's this for? Let me go back up here. Betty. How could I forget Miss Betty? You guys, we're working for free tonight, so hit the thumbs up because that's the tip jar, okay? And Miss Betty, we have for you, spread your wings. Archangel Ariel is saying to you, don't hold back. The timing is perfect and you're ready to soar. So, Betty, it looks to me that something's been going on where you have felt a bit shy. You felt a bit immature or unprepared is a better word, where you thought, please don't put me in charge. You may have been the kind of person in school that when they were looking out of the classroom, you put your head down in a book. Please don't call on me. Maybe a little bit shy and reserved. But this archangel, beautiful Archangel Ariel, and you can Google this angel and find out more information. This angel is here to assure you that you can handle more than you think. Look how strong these wings are. You have seen a lot, haven't you, Betty? Yes, you have. And you've escaped from some dramatic situations. So, whatever is being requested of you, just know that the spirits are with you. You have a divine spirit within you that is your guide. And for sure, this opportunity is something to consider. You might want to look carefully, do your due diligence, don't jump in until you do the research, but it does look like the opportunity that you're looking for is to your benefit. See, anybody else want to have a card drawn? Meanwhile, I'll just draw a card for the collective. I can see there are many of you out there. And out of all the people that visit my channel, there's only about 25% of y'all are subscribers. So if you like what you're seeing, please do consider subscribing. I appreciate that. So somebody out there, hold your concern in your mind and let's pull you a card. Okay, so this card for the collective is about healthy lifestyle. So let's greet our wonderful Archangel, Raphael. Eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. So we know this is true, isn't it? Don't we? I mean, our mothers and grandmothers nagged us about this. What does it mean when it's coming out in this reading? We're aiming at an adult clientele primarily. The green is significant for me because, oh, I love you, Misty. The green is significant because of the heart chakra, which is love. So a lot of times, and I'm just kind of I'm leveraging with your story a little bit, Miss T, if you'll allow, because when you're going through a great emotional shock, one of the things that can happen is that you can start eating terrible food, comfort food, to make you feel better. And so when you've just gone through a difficult transition, it's not a good time to experiment with being a vegan. Veganism may be calling you, but when you're not making a full emotional decision, it's best to wait because when you do make a change in your eating style, it demands a lot of support internally and externally. I can't help but be drawn with these beautiful golden wings. So, for those of you who have been, you've been thinking a lot about your life and wanting to be the best version of yourself, this eating thing is something you need to experiment with because if you have potential, the gold of those wings makes me think that you're looking at some kind of potential in your career where stamina may be important. I'm noticing that these wings are not unfurled, they're curled in and at rest. So, what this is telling me for somebody listening, that your stamina, I mean, to be very blunt, it might be that you want to be a fireman or some sort of worker that demands a lot of physical stamina. And so, this message is not a surprise to you. it doesn't surprise you that you would be getting advised to do some smart eating. Okay, so I would say if this is ringing your bell, definitely hit the thumbs up so that you're acknowledging, yes, this is me. And then I would do some research. A good friend of mine is doing something called intermittent fasting, and I don't know too much about it, but she's quite a devoted follower, and she feels more energy and is less um, and she's getting more energy and she's enjoying her food and she's cooking. She's also eliminating processed foods. So those are three suggestions for you where you could actually do an experiment maybe for a month or two of no processed food and only natural food, something like that. But I do feel that it's tied in with a business opportunity and that has to do with stamina. Okay. All right. Anybody else would like a reading? Let me know. Meanwhile, I have 44 people watching and 4 thumbs up. So that means a lot of you could hit the 4 thumbs up if you're so inclined. And I would love to see that happen. So let's take a look and let me pull another card for you. Hold your question in your mind. What do you want to know about? And I'll read the card. And leadership, Archangel Gabriel. Powerful card. Let's take a look. It's time for you to assume your leadership power, position, and lovingly guide others. You know what? The theme so far tonight with all of these readings is calling people into a new level. There's something each one of the cards tonight has been telling the story of preparation. And so I feel if you're hearing my voice tonight, you are being called to upgrade, up level, get ready to step out into something new. Whatever your career is, take a look at your skill set. Look at the thing that you're not as good as you wish you were, and begin to sharpen all of your skills. There is something coming. It might be a promotion at your work, or it could be coming from outside. But it's very apparent that people see your gifts and they're analyzing you. They're looking at you for some sort of promotion. Okay. If in doubt, go to your angels in prayer and ask Archangel Gabriel to help you stand in your leadership. Another thing you can try is to go to the YouTube search and search for affirmations or meditations on leadership. They would be most helpful for you. My favorite hypnotist online is Michael Seeley. I am over the moon with his work, and I can't recommend him highly enough. And he covers every topic imaginable. So, hi, Lady Legend, welcome. I'd love to draw you a card, kind of just doing an energy reading, just a snapshot of where your energy is, and a random archangel reading. But if you have a question, I'm glad to consider it. Also, I do want to let you know if you're new to me. Oh, do you? Oh, Miss Bikini, he's rock solid. I love him. I wake up every morning and do his morning meditation where he has you balance the chakras. Oh, I just love it. Anyway, if you would like for me to read your cards, I would love to do it. I've made a way for it to be no cost. All you do is write an email to me at this address and let me know your question. I take your question and create a reading for it for the collective, and I do 3 piles every morning, Monday through Friday. And then at the end of that reading, I pull cards for my questioner. I would love for that to be you. So do email me. And now, Lady Legend, let's pull a card for you. I love your name, Lady Legend. What are you the legend of? Again, I'm Catherine. This is Fish Out of Water Tarot, where I like to help people feel their value and understand that even though they may be a little shy and awkward, they have much to offer the planet. I'm working for free, just for tips, and you can leave me a tip by hitting thumbs up. So we have Lady Legend. Hello from heaven. Oh, I appreciate you, Lady Legend. So who is this? Archangel Asriel. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. So, this is a card that shows that whoever it is, and this is going to be very comforting for Miss T also. I want you to think, Lady Legend, of the last person who passed on that you know personally, whether it was a family member or a friend. It could have even been a movie star or somebody on TV. Shannon Doherty passed just recently, and for so many people that were 90210 fans, it hit them hard because she is a very young woman. She was 53, and she had a really tough time battling cancer. And so there's a lot of people that are that age that loved her so much, and it makes you nervous about death and dying because if it can happen to her, it can happen to anyone. And so I want to tell you, Lady Legend, the and Miss T. Oh, see, Lady Legend. Oh, I get goosebumps. Honestly, I got such an intuitive hit that it might be about Shannon. So, you guys, I can't explain why I do what I do. I mean, I do it because I love it, but I can't tell you why the ideas come to me. They come into my mind and I speak them. 20 years ago, when I was learning to read cards, I hesitated all the time because I thought, well, how do I know? Now I just have to trust it. So, Lady Legend and Miss T, and anyone else that's recently lost someone that mattered, this message is really important because you can make a decision that life continues after death. You don't have to have proof. I'm a person that was raised Catholic, and then I spent many years as a born again Christian teaching the Bible to folks. And I've spent the last 20 years teaching about various other spiritual matters. And what I can tell you is that there is such a thing as being in the right place at the right time. There's no explaining it. And I would love to, Shalene. There's no explaining how you can be directed or inspired to go to certain places at certain times. But your loved ones in heaven want you to be comfortable, at peace, and enjoy your life. Nobody that passes over um, desires for their person to suffer beyond what is necessary. I love the quote, I don't know who said it, where they say, pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. So I feel like this angel, when they're reaching up, and it's like that's the pain, the pain being given to God. The coming down hand is the part of the suffering and the fire. Because do you know if you hold a candle upside down, what happens to your hand? It gets burnt, right? So this is the guidance that don't allow your grief to create suffering. And for people who are grieving about Shannon and her story, pay it forward for her. Choose a charity in her honor. Find out what charity she supported and do a gift to that charity with her name. That can be a wonderful way to pay a tribute to her. If you guys were really terrific fans, you might want to donate a tree somewhere for her honor, or you might want to donate to a pet shelter in her honor. But that is a wonderful way of paying it forward. Also, she was such a brave trooper, wasn't she? And she handled her illness with so much elegance. So, thank you, Lady Legend, for even allowing us to do a reading and lift up Shannon's family and all of the fans all over the world who are just heartbroken to think of losing such a light. Okay. So what a wonderful reading. Thank you guys. I just love these lives are been so enriching for me because I do the readings that I post on the site, but it's just more fun when there's people here because otherwise I have to use pretend people. Okay, I love how you said that the spirits have our back. Yes, they do. And oh, I started to say, so let me finish. Maybe you're one of those people that is not so sure that there's heaven. You might consider yourself atheist. You feel like, no, there's no proof. There's no evidence. You can't prove to me that there's life after death. And you know what I would say? First of all, I don't argue with them. When I was a born again Christian during that chapter, I did a lot of arguing with people and trying to help them. But what I've come to realize now is that spirit is such a personal choice. What you believe, nobody else is supposed to boss you around. You're supposed to make your own choice. However, when it comes to life after death, you can make a decision. I did many years ago. I just decided to believe it was true. I just decided to function as if. there was another life on the other side, that my body will be like a cocoon and I will be transported in some mysterious way back into a state of spirit, whatever that is. And then if I would think to myself, well, what if somebody came to you and they said, how do you know that's true? What if you die and then you get there and there's nothing there? To which I said, well, then I wouldn't care, would I? Also, I know for now I can promise you guys, I would not live different. I wouldn't. If I got to the end and it was like it was blank and there was nothing, there would be nothing changing about my beliefs today. I love believing that angels are here to help us. I love that. I love believing that we're not here alone. I love knowing that if I stay calm and relaxed and allow problems to roll off me like water off a duck's back, I'm just going to have a better day. And I know that if I'm less reactive and I'm more trusting that life is unfolding properly, I'm going to have more friends. Because if you're complaining a lot or you're a miserable person, people generally don't want to hang out with you. Okay. So I wouldn't change a thing about my beliefs. And so you can make that same choice if it brings you peace of mind. Okay, let's see. I have to peek and see if I have any new people. Aw, I love that. Thank you, Miss T. That's the thing, you never know. I have a few favorite tarot readers out there. Green Aventurine Tarot. I just found her, Gigi. She's so good. You guys have to check her out. White Feather Tarot is another favorite of mine, and Chris Reck over at Minnow Pond. There's people that I watch both as I'm learning from them, and I also am entertained by them because I do look at the work I do as infotainment. I'm here providing entertainment for y'all, hopefully with a little education in it. Hopefully you'll be inspired. But with just one card, how far can we go, right? Would love to do more cards for you. Here's my email address if you're interested. Okay, let's see. See if I have anyone. No, oopsie, sorry. Keep bumping the wrong things here. Hi, Kane. Oh, thank you. I love that you love it. And what time is it over there? Um, yes. So if you would like, do you have a particular issue or you just want me to draw you an angel card? If I don't hear from you, oh, Miss Minnow Pond is great. What is the one you said? Kitty Rising. Oh, I have to write that one down. I've never seen them before. Okay, cool. Hi, Kenna. Welcome. Oh, wonderful. Welcome. Oh, from Trinidad, Suki. Thank you. Love you guys. Oh, it's so cool. Are you doing tarot on YouTube or are you just doing it in person right now, Kenna? I'm so glad to meet you. Welcome. Okay, so where are we? We're with Kane. Okay, Kane, let's draw you an Archangel card. So, Kane, hold your situation in your mind. What would you like to hear? How can we bless you tonight? Don't you love these cards? The art is so beautiful. Okay, Cain, clear your space. Archangel Jophiel. And as I've told y'all, if you go and Google these angels' names, you'll get a little bit of a deeper reading, okay? It'll bring you more wisdom. So, Cain, the first thing that I'm seeing is those green bushes. See those on either side? And so, green is the color of the heart chakra. And it looks like you're opening up a little bit, that you're cracking open and you're trusting just a little bit more than you have in the past. This light green down here, that just shows me that it's gentle, that you're not making radical changes, that you want to have a heart that's open and available, if not for love, certainly for better relationships at the workplace and just more functional relationships all the way along. But Cain, it shows that you've had some disappointments, some shadowy experiences, and you've felt some heartbreak. So with Archangel Jophiel here, I'm going to tell you one of the biggest secrets for manifesting peace of mind. And it's so silly, you're going to laugh out loud. And that is that the easiest way to get some movement for yourself, if you're not motivated, is to clear clutter. No kidding. You could start with the trunk of your car and you can just go through and just get rid of all the stuff in there you don't need anymore. Then you can move to your refrigerator. refrigerators are famous for collecting food that is beyond the expiration point. And it's so strange to pick up that piece of frozen food and it expired 2 years ago, and you think, wait a second, that must have been expired when I bought it from the store, right? um, every home usually has a drawer that's filled with random stuff, right? You take your junk drawer and sort it out and throw stuff out. I can't explain why it works, but when you create a clearing in your regular home, in your life, spiritual stuff happens. Energy is shifted. Opportunities follow. There is never a doubt. So, your advice, Kane, is find a corner of your life and clear that clutter. You will feel empowered, and whatever it is that's asking you to trust a little bit more deeply, either in your career or in your love life, you're going to have more, what's the word? More, what am I seeing? So it will support is the word, but it's more than that. It's an inner confidence. I can't explain, but once you get rid of clutter around your own living space, in an intense wave of supernatural wisdom and grace flows into your life. So I hope that inspires you. Okay. Okay. Excellent. Let me move down here. We have Kenna. Oh, excellent, Kane. Thank you. I'm glad that could resonate. All right, so let's take a look here. Kenna, welcome to tarot reading. I have to tell you, I started reading cards, gosh, I bet it's 25 years ago now, because when I came out of Christianity, there were certain things that I didn't practice when I was a Christian, and oracle cards were something I didn't know what to make of it. I mean, and you've seen some comments in my stream where people say it's of the devil and it's not good. But you know what? I would think of the stained glass windows in the church, right? Stained glass windows are art that teach. So are cards. So I don't see where my work is at all inflammatory. Now, do some people use cards for bad purposes? Probably, but I don't. So I feel 100% clean and clear teaching what I see, telling the stories of what I see in the cards. So, Kenna, if that's helpful for you, awesome. Also, please do email me. I really love to support beginning tarot readers because back in the day, all I did was draw a card and then I read from the book, the little book. I didn't know what else to do, and people liked it, and it worked out great. Over time, I've developed my own style. I'm what's called an intuitive reader. I do understand the tarot in terms of Rider Waite, and I use those cards part of the time. But basically, I flip the card, the story's right there. And so, Kenna, please, let's draw a card for Kenna, and do reach out to me. I would love to connect, okay? Let's pull a card for our brand new tarot reader. And welcome, Kenna, to the family. Kenna, we have relationship harmony. Wonderful. Archangel Raguel. Archangel Raguel already showed up for another card reading. So definitely Google this angel and get some more information because you will be blessed by the story of Archangel Raguel. Well, Kenna, look at this. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved, which guess who the everyone is? Your future clients. See those stars in the sky, Kenna? This is a really cool card because you have influence. Your personality and your charisma are glowing, and bringing your energy to tarot reading is absolutely wonderful and being very highly supported. I have a feeling that you may already have a desire to help people in their relationships. And this is more than a random reading for you, isn't it, Kenna? And one of the skills that you're going to have interpreting your cards is to be able to give that advice to help people feel more comfortable with their loved ones. So if you have not considered, what will be my specialty? What will I love to do? I will invite you to take a look at a blog that I started a while ago. It's called Breakup Candy, breakupcandy.com. This is the site that was my home base before I got mentioned in a book, which was in 2016. I got mentioned in a book called Thank and Grow Rich. And I was talking about how I manifested some things into my life. Before you know it, everyone wanted to know about the manifesting. And then my heartbreak work, my divorce recovery just went off the side a little bit. But the breakup candy, there's a quiz over there, and you can read some articles about my advice on how to get past heartbreak. And Kenna, that might be real helpful for you, okay? So, another thing is as far as tarot school goes, there are some excellent tarot instructions through a site called How To. It's a generalized site that has how to do a lot of different things. But there's a lady over there, I cannot recall her name, but do some searching, Kenna. See if you can find that How To channel on YouTube. And then also, I did go to Chris Reck's Minnow Pond Tarot School a couple years when he opened it up. And I just feel he's wonderful. So if you haven't seen him, take a peek at Minnow Pond and see if there's something there for you. Okay? So wonderful, wonderful reading. And we need, I mean, in a way, if you Google it, I would love to know that, how many tarot readers there are. There's probably a million, probably more than that. So as you create your tarot practice, you're going to want to have a specialty. What is it that you love to talk about? And then follow your heart. Okay. So let me peek. Hi, Suki from Trinidad. Welcome. I would, oh, okay, wonderful. Hey, listen. Okay, Kenna, I have a project. Anybody who's hearing my voice right now, I have a project. I'm working. I need people to help me. We're going to create a collaboration. And if all you need is to own an Oracle deck or a a deck. So whether or not you're a reader, if you own a tarot or Oracle deck, you can help me out with a project. So do send me an email and I'll tell you all the details. Okay. All right. So Suki. Hi, Suki. Let's take from Trinidad. Oh gosh, it must be beautiful in Trinidad. Mm-mm-mm. I might have to take one of our pretend readings and go to Trinidad. Let's see if Suki, okay. Okay, Suki, let's see what angel's coming forward for you. So hold on to your question in your mind or your situation. What do you wish, if you had a wish for an angel to speak to you on a certain issue, what would it be? Let's see. Ooh, beautiful. Angel therapy, Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is all about healing body, mind, and spirit. This particular card, though, is about your mind. So, Suki, you have been worried about someone, haven't you? And you've been praying for someone. The thing is that worry is not helpful. What we want to do is pray and then say amen and let the prayer end. You know, I like to pray with a candle, and then when you're done praying, blow it out, make it end. But many people, after they blow their candle out and they pray, they keep the problem inside themselves and what's the word? It's called ruminate. It's a big word, but it just means to keep thinking about the problem over and over and over. That's where we can make a choice to stop worrying and let the angels help you. Now, in the description box, Suki, you'll see something called the worry cure. Okay, take a look at that worry cure because it will help you for sure. If you can learn how to pray and let go, you're going to have so much peace of mind. I will mention someone I love a lot named Michael Singer. Michael Singer has many YouTubes and he teaches how to let go. He's very, very smart and he's a good teacher. So if anybody hearing me, if you have trouble letting go of things and worry is a problem, check the worry cure first because there's no charge right there, easy to use, and then go check out Michael Singer. Okay? All right. Suki, best of wishes for you over there in Trinidad. Okay, let me see. Okay, Kenna. Oh, yes. Isn't it great? That's the way I started too. And there was a little crystal shop that I found near my home in San Diego, and they had what they called Psychic Saturday. And it was so fun because we could have people from all over would come and bring their tables. Everybody would have a low price reading so we could experience each other. And so I would look around for that because it's a great opportunity to just start meeting new people and charging. I mean, even if you charge $10 a reading when you're very first doing it, or even $5 because you just want to do cards. I think for me, I that's what I'd love to do. I love to tell the stories on the cards, and I feel very sure that the channel helps me to attract people who get me. They like my voice and they like how I read the cards. So I encourage you to see if there's anywhere in your area you can get out and just give it a try for strangers, okay? And D4Q23. Hello. I see you. I would love to draw a card for you. Let me just see how we're doing here. If I, oh, okay. Hope, hi, Hope. Okay, good, good, good. All right, wonderful. Hi, Dee Dee. Welcome. Okay, awesome, great. Reach out to me, Kenna. I'd love to be in your circle. Okay. So yes, we've got a few more. I've got a little bit more time, so I'm happy to do this. Thank you for joining me. I mean, I wish you could see me right now. I'm just holding my hands to my heart. I'm in so much gratitude for y'all using your time here with me tonight. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. It's my tip jar. It's our connection, and I love seeing that. Okay, so now we're going to D4. Okay, D4. Let's draw a card for you. What archangel wants to visit you tonight? Oh, nurture. Okay. Archangel Gabriel. As you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. So, D4, look at this group. What does this mean to you? The very first thing that I see is the little bitty doll that's in the arms of that baby, and it's dressed in green. So I feel like this is a message for your inner child, that there's a part of you that you're not in touch with. You're very guarded, that there's parts of your personality that are guarding something. And for some reason, a part of you feels that you need protection, okay? There's a seed of an answer in the deepest center of this card. I'm going to give you homework, D4, to do some searching for stuff about the inner child. There is something, let's see, well, Louise Hay is one, she's already passed away now, but her meditations are wonderful. And she's a place you can start. But you can go to YouTube and just simply put in inner child meditations. You're going to get a lot of them. I have some energy in my throat right now. So this might be intimidating or just feel like it's not for you, D4. But this card did get drawn. So do yourself a favor, do a little peeking into the inner child arena. See if you can find a reader, excuse me, a meditation or a affirmations involving the inner child that feel good to you, okay? Because I think you're really on the cusp of a breakthrough, D4. It's just getting to the core so that you really can understand what it is that you are really desiring and why it is important to open your heart, okay? Dee Dee, welcome. I'm glad to draw you an Archangel card. So let me cut my deck. Let's see what card we have for Dee Dee. So Dee Dee, hold your situation in your mind, and we'll see what we have for you. And we have prosperity. Ooh, lucky you. I bet everybody else on the reading's jealous. Archangel Ariel, your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. So what I'm seeing here is that cornucopia is not as full as we've seen, is it? We have seen cornucopias that's what this thing is called. But we've seen them where they're so full, there's no room. Many times it's pictured with fruit. So what I see for you, Dee Dee, is what you think is prosperity. What has come in. I have a feeling that you've just had a bit of a windfall, perhaps a job change or perhaps a gift, and you're feeling good about it. There's prosperity, but guess what? It's nothing compared to what's coming, okay? Whatever abundance you have seen in the last 6 months is nothing compared to what's coming for you. Cornucopias are all about the replenishing energy that as you circulate finances and as you circulate your gifts, remember there's other kinds of currency besides money. There's generosity and there's kindness and love and time. One of the best things that will move energy for people is to start to give their time to someone else. Volunteering is an excellent way to jazz up your manifesting energy. Imagine assuming that if you had all the money you needed, you would have time to volunteer. And I want to challenge you right now and say, you've got time right now. One of my favorite volunteer jobs was at the area pet store where I helped socialize the kittens. I had to swear I would not bring one home because they're adorable and I already had pets. But playing with those animals for 2 hours every Thursday night was something that filled my heart with love. It was way easier than people for me. And it's soft, fun use of my time that made a difference because in that families adopted the pets, they were more handleable. They had been trained to be touched. And so, Dee Dee, let's get you out there. What can you volunteer? How can you help? Can you help deliver food to people? Can you help sort food in an area food kitchen? Can you go to one of the resale shops in your town, like the Goodwill store, and volunteer there to tag items? There's just something so energetically uplifting with volunteerism. Okay, Dee Dee? Okay. You're welcome, Kenna. Thank you. Suki, I'm so glad you're here. Miss T hanging out with me. Love it. Suki, great. Hey, Hope. Yes. Oh, thank you, Dee Dee. Yes, doing inner child work is very good because none of us were fully parented like we could have been because our parents were clueless. I have children. Do you know that they don't give you a manual when you come home from the hospital? I mean, here you're bringing home this baby that you could literally hurt by not feeding it right. You could cause damage because you didn't know how to take care of the baby. The most important piece of, I'm going to say piece of equipment, I don't want to offend anybody, but like when I get a car, I get a manual. If I get a new lawnmower, I get a manual. If I get a refrigerator, I get a manual. But here I have a child with no instructions, and it's really difficult. So the inner child is the part of us that got disappointed from the age of 1 to 10. Okay, that part of us that got hurt feelings from the age of 1 to 10, we had no tools, we had no way to even ask for help. We didn't know what was happening, just that things were not feeling good. So any inner child work is not meaning you're strange or you might have had a fantastic childhood. But the reality is that any disappointments you had before the age of 10 could be holding you back, okay? It's not so hard to accept that. It's like normal. So, Hope, let me draw a card for you. Hi, my journey home. My journey home, you're going to be my last card of tonight. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Lacey. Oh my gosh, there's so many people here. So, if I didn't get to you tonight, first thing, email me. If you ask a question, I will create a reading around your question and you will have a personalized response. And of course, I do private readings, and anybody who wants to get involved on a private level, I create a 45-minute recording for you and draw all the cards I need to until I feel your story is told. I'm happy to do that for you. Again, just email me. And so, what was I going to do here? Okay, so I'm going to draw a card for hope, and then I'm going to draw one more card, and that will be for my journey home, and that'll be all I have time for tonight. I will be back tomorrow night, Monday through Friday. I do a late afternoon live like this. I call it Chat with Kat, so that you can get to know me a little bit better, and they're only one card readings. So, hope, let's see what your angel message is. Again, holding your concern or your question in your mind. Thank you for those tips. You guys are so sweet. And your card, Hope, is the victory card. Archangel Sandalphon. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. So, Hope, I love your name, right? Hope. And you know what it's like to hope. So, I have a feeling, I can't help but see the shape of this. It looks like an hourglass to me on the background. And so I have a feeling that you've just been really troubled, Hope, because you've wanted change for somebody you love. You have been praying for someone you love, and it's been exhausting for you. And so the angels are here. Sandalphon, do Google Sandalphon, because when you read about him, I bet there'll be an extra blessing for you. But Sandalphon is here. See that horn? Your prayers have been heard. And the person you're praying for, have you ever heard of the saying, the hound of heaven is looking for you? When you have a praying grandmother or somebody is praying, the angels go out and they begin to attract the person. The things, unusual things happen. They happen to meet people that speak to them in a way they can receive. They might see a bumper sticker that guides them, but your prayers are being answered. So don't you dare give up hope. Okay? All right. And now we reach our final reading of the day. I'm not even going to go down and look at all y'all who are waiting because I don't want to. I don't want to be disappointed that I can't do a reading for everyone. But I will be back, and I'm here in the morning, and I hope you'll come back and join me. Okay. So my journey home. That's perfect for me right now because my day is finishing. My journey home, and let's read a card. So hold your situation in your mind, my dear Journey, and let's see what we have for you. Ooh, beautiful. I love Archangel Shamuel. This picture to me is just peace, and career transition. Is that true for you, my journey home? Archangel Shamiel, your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. Okay, so if this is not for you, my journey home, it's definitely for somebody that you know, maybe a family member. But this card coming out at this point and the way the words are written, there's something for you around your life purpose. And you have felt that for a while, like an echo. There's an empty feeling. Should I be doing more? You may have someone in your family who's kind of in the public eye, maybe an influencer of some kind, and their work has cast a shadow, and you feel like you're under the shadow. Or you could be maybe feeling you're under the shadow of one of your parents because something that they have done is similar. But there's something about this search that your search for life purpose is causing you to reconsider your career. I did a life purpose reading. If you go to the live column on the channel and just scroll through, I think it's probably like last week, so it's probably 8 or 9 videos in, but you might find that quite helpful because we had a 3 card draw on how do I find my life purpose. Okay, so if that's resonant with you, but it does seem, I just see that piece. And I'm also aware of the gold jewelry that she's wearing and see that flower that's growing out of the heart. So there's just no question that it is a blessing for you to be considering a career change and that the angels are behind you. One of the things I love to remind people is that when you're on that correct path and you're really being drawn to what it is that you want to do, pleasure is an important part of it. Pam Grout wrote a book called Thank and Grow Rich, and she teaches that if it's not fun, it's not sustainable. So when it says about being a blessed decision to get a new position, allow that for yourself because you are worth it. Now, the last piece of advice is there's something in the description box that's called the magical money machine. It is a detachment tool and it'll really help you to fight through any doubt and fear you have about the money angle of your job situation, okay? all y'all, check out the description box. There are several detachment tools in there that I actually created them because I couldn't find anything like it. I was like, I need a tool. So I thought in my mind what this tool would be, and then I had my brother Andy, one of 7 computer geeky brothers that I have, and Andy designed the interface. So please do enjoy it from my brother and I. Okay, so what I would love to do tonight, just to create a nice ending for the reading, is just light up my Palo Santo because I forgot to light it in the beginning, I think. And I thank each and every one of you. Thank you for blessing me with those thumbs up. It really is a treat to know that these beautiful cards are blessing you and bringing you the encouragement that you need. So as you go off to the rest of your day, the rest of your night, please go forth and prosper. Notice as much abundance as you can in your daily world. Noticing abundance is a great tool for establishing the kind of vibration that you need to have to be in the right place at the right time. And you will find that that will happen to you more and more as you learn how to stay calm, calm on command, keeping your head on your shoulders no matter the ebbs and flows of what happens. So thank you for sharing your time with me tonight. I really appreciate it. It's Catherine, Fish Out of Water Tarot, and I look forward to seeing you on the next reading. I love y'all so much. Blow you all a kiss. See you tomorrow. Bye.